Hello everyone, welcome to Carrie's Crochet and Craft. Today I wanted to share with you something that I've been working on recently, besides my Scorched Earth project, which I have been working more on that actually. I'll be doing a video on that real soon, an update for that. I missed this last week, which I'd intended to do, but life has been so busy this week. I have a lot of people in my life that are moving these last couple weeks, so I've been doing a lot of getting together and a lot of helping to move boxes. So anyway, I have been working, speaking of people who are moving, some of the people that are moving are very dear to me here where we live, and people that I've known for a long time, and people who have kids that are friends with my boys, so just a lot going on there. But earlier this spring, I think in April, I had done a video about some yarn that was given to me by a longtime friend of mine, and the yarn had belonged to her daughter who had died of cancer 2 years ago. This next month it'll be 2 years. And I had thought that I might make something for her two boys, my friend who died. So we have Grandma, we have my friend, and we have the boys. So we can clarify who's who there, so I don't have to keep clarifying who's who. So Grandma gave me the yarn that belonged to my friend. Her two boys are really good friends with my boys. Two of them are really close in age. So her older son is good friends with my second son, similar in age, and then my youngest, both of our youngest, are only 2 weeks apart. So we spent, our pregnancies, being pregnant at the same time. So just special friends. And she died of cancer 2 years ago. Her mom gave me yarn, and I'll try to find the video and put a link below so that you can go and watch and see all the yarns that she gave me. It wasn't a whole lot, but I had thought that I might make something for the two boys out of the yarn that I was given. And I just kind of hemmed and hawed about what I was going to make. Would I do a hat and scarf set? Would I do blankets? It wasn't really enough yarn to do blankets for them both, so I just kind of sat on it for a while. And then in May, I found out that this family with the boys are moving away. The dad is remarried, and they want to get a fresh start somewhere else in here. Understandable, but it's hard on the boys. But anyway, so I needed to get to making something if I wanted to get them a gift made with yarn that used to belong to their mother. So I looked around for some patterns, and I finally decided that I would make an Afghan for them, because I thought that that's something that they can use more year-round and not just a hat and scarf, and it could actually be something that's heirloom that they could pass down. So I then set to finding patterns, and I found a couple that I liked. One of them would be kind of plaid, but with like 4 or 5 different colors. And I opted not to do that one because you make the blocks in strips and then you sew the strips together. I didn't want to have to take the time to sew those strips together. And I found another pattern that was stripes, but you just, switch the colors as you're making the stripes all the way up, so you don't have to do any extra sewing. So I opted for that one, and the pattern that I chose is the Mangan. And it's by Lion Brand, and it uses the homespun yarn, which is the majority of the yarns that I got was homespun. And as you can see, let me see if there's a better picture of it. I don't think so. Anyway, you can see there it's striped, and it's just whatever colors or stripes you choose. And so that made it easy to, I could add whatever colors I wanted to. Now, this has 7 stripes. It calls for like 7 different colors, and I only had like 4 colors. that, or five colors that were given to me. And I ended up adding some extra colors that actually made kind of, it adds significance to the Afghan, and so I'll show you that. But anyway, this takes 7 skeins of homespun yarn, and each stripe is 8 inches long, which is basically 1 skein. 1 skein will make 8 inches. So it uses the V-stitch, and it ends up being about 45 by 56 inches. Yeah, mine is a little bit bigger because I actually added an extra stripe in there. And so yeah, let me get to showing you. I have 1 Afghan finished. Another thing that spurred me on is I found out they were moving, but then I found out they were moving by the end of July. So I needed to get this done quick. I'm almost done. I'm done with 1, just finished it. It's late at night right now. I finished it tonight. I have 2 more stripes to do on the other one. I gotta get that done, so I'll probably be up a little late tonight. And the boys are actually coming over tomorrow for a play date, and I'll be able to give it to them then. So I want to have these done so I can get it to them before they move. So let me show you the Afghan that's complete and just show you the significance of each. Now, as I said, the skeins that I was given, I wasn't, you know, it was like 1 skein of each color that I had. And so in order to make the Afghans for the boys, I needed, you know, a duplicate skein. And so I had to go online and search for, you know, the same colors. And one of the problems was, though, the skeins I was given didn't have the labels on them, so I didn't know specifically what colors she had bought. So some of them I kind of had to guess on. One of them I had no clue whatsoever, so I couldn't find a replacement. So what I did is I just did half of that on 1 Afghan and half of that skein on the other Afghan. So there's a bit of a smaller stripe in here that's not 8 inches long. But I tried to find duplicate colors so that I could make matching Afghans. But each Afghan would have some of the yarn that was their mother's. So this is, I'm trying to remember, yeah. So this is the first Afghan I have complete, and I'll just go through the colors and whether or not it was yarn that she had bought. So in this one, this is, this is one that she had, so I don't even know the name of this. I tried to find a similar one online, but as you can see, it ended up being a completely different purple. I think this was called Purple Haze, and I have no idea what the name of this one was. So similar, but a little bit different just because I couldn't find the same color. So this one was her yarn. And then the second one was the one that I couldn't find. I didn't know what the name was. I could find similar colors online, but because I was shopping online, I couldn't tell for sure, you know, if it's the exact same one. So this is the one that I split half and half between the 2 Afghans. And this was, of course, her yarn. This is one that I, what are you growling at, Sidon? Anyway, sorry. This is one that I bought, and on this one, this is the one that she had. So, you know, some of the yarn that she had in this one, some of the yarn that she had in this one. And this was called Barrington. The replacement that I found was Barrington. And it's a close enough match. It was very similar. So this was the yarn that I bought. This was, next one here is the yarn that she had. And when I found a replacement for it, the closest color I could find was this one. And it was called Waterfall. And you can see they're similar, but a little bit different as well. You can see the differences there. So The next stripe that I did was actually, I decided to add significance in the colors that I chose, because with only the, you know, the 4 or 5 colors that I had, I needed more colors. So I decided to make a difference between their 2 Afghans so they could know which one was theirs. I added a stripe of their favorite color. And for this one, I used, what is it, Montana Sky, I think it is. Sorry, looking at the labels here. Pretty sure it's Montana Sky. Yeah, I can't find it. Yeah, Montana Sky. So that was for one of them. Sidon, please move. The other boy's favorite color. Would you get off it there? Thank you. Dogs. The other boy's favorite color was green, and so I chose this malachite color. And so that's how they'll be able to tell theirs apart. So the next 2 colors had to do with location. So where we live is wheat fields and onion fields in abundance. And so I found pearls. And so this is representing where they have lived, where they have friends, and just kind of connects them back to us, back to here, where they might consider home. The next color that I chose is called Ocean, and I actually thought when I bought it online that it was called Oceanside, but the label said just Ocean. So this one I chose because they are moving to the coast, to a city on the coast, and so I thought that was very fitting to, you know, their old home, their new home. And then this next yarn here, on both of them is not the yarn, oh, that one I haven't done yet, is not the yarn that their mom had, but it's a very similar color, and I think it might have been what hers was, but of course no label. But the color that I had of this was just a ball. I've used some of it in something else I'm making that's special, but it was just a, you know, twice this size, a ball size, twice this size. So, you know, I couldn't really use it in their Afghans. Plus, I'm making something else special, which I'll talk about in another video. But I was able to find a similar yarn, and so I got just a full skein each for those. And so this is yarn that is the color that their mom had chosen, but not what she had bought. So I'll hold this up and you can see this, but this is just, I'm just going to call it a memory Afghan for them, and just something that they can have to comfort them, or just to remember, and just have for the rest of their lives. So I'll show this to you, and also just showing you that I am keeping all of the remaining yarns from this, and I am making something special for someone else in their family. So this is, I've already kind of started, but I may have to restart it. I need to find my pattern for this. I'm making it from memory, and I'm not sure if I'm using the right stitch or not. I can't remember if I used single crochet or half double crochet, so I'll have to look that up and see. But I started it with single crochet. I think I might just keep it with that so I don't have to tear that out. Anyway, I'll hold these Afghans up so you can see them, and then I gotta get to work because I gotta get these done by tomorrow. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time when I have more things to show you. Bye.